It's that time, America. What goes up must wipe out.
Full down, baby! Woo!
And wipe out they will. 24 competitors fall headlong into a battle for $50,000 on the world's largest and most extraordinary obstacle course. We'll see magnificent falls, sensational tumbles, and astonishing spills. Only our mightiest four will advance to the most challenging obstacle course of all, the Wipeout Zone. The epic competition begins now. One will become a champion, but all will wipe out.
Having a baby's easier.
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson here with the Bonnie to my Clyde, John Henson.
Did you just call me Bonnie?
What? No. Hey, look, shiny object.
Where? Cool.
As always, 24 contestants are ready to take on the biggest and craziest obstacle course ever assembled. And you know what happens at the end, right, John?
Yes, I do. One of them will walk away with $50,000.
Yeah, love the money. It all starts with our qualifier this week, beginning with a brand new obstacle, the unbalanced beams.
Keep your balance on the two moving beams or underneath, you will meet the spiked fenders.
After that, we move on to the sucker punch.
Now skilled in face paint.
From there, it's on to the big ball.
They can move. It's a miracle.
And if our contestants don't move, they meet the motivator. From there, we'll go on to the shake-a-late.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture, John.
And finally, the shapeshifter.
Using geometry for evil.
As always, the 12 fastest competitors will advance to the next round.
All right, let's get down to the action with the third member of our Wipeout team, Jill Wagner. Jill?
Okay, guys, on deck is Michael Ewing.
Ah! This guy's intense, John. Who is he?
This is Michael. He's a high school football coach getting fired up to take on the unbalanced beams. Ooh, loses his balance immediately, but he's back on. Yeah, his face.
Oh, yeah, get back in the game, coach. Come on. Wow, it's a squeeze play, John.
It's baseball reference.
Whatever. I tell you, this coach missed his calling. He would have been a great yell leader.
Cheerleader?
Don't mock me. We're athletes, John.
Here I come! Coach giving away his next play on the sucker punch. Now, it'll really help his time if he can make it across here and avoid being hit in the head.
Yeah, he's going to have a hard time remembering the Titans after that shot.
The coach going B-button with the spin into the mud. Like it.
Not enough fun.
Yeah, fun for us anyway.
Let's see if his fun continues there on the big balls. Oh! Look at the nice tight spiral.
Yeah, very nice form. Yeah, it takes practice, John, and a love of the game.
Big balls got me.
Well, so far I'd say the unbalanced beams, the sucker punch, and the big balls got you, but who's keeping score, huh?
Oh! Now onto the shake-a-late. Coach needs to zig or zag to that platform on the other side.
Wow, another spin move by the coach. I see a pattern developing here. Every time he falls, he spins.
One obstacle left for the coach. It's the shapeshifter.
Yeah, he just needs to hop on the swing, make it through the shape, and fly to the platform on the other side. Easy enough.
Coach up, ready to make that small hop onto the swing. Hurdles towards the square opening.
Oh! You know, you call that a spin move, Johnny, but years of cheerleading tell me this is a pirouette.
Football coach Michael Ewing making his way to the finishing spot. He ends with a time of 4:19.
Well said, Coach. Well spoken. Vince Lombardi, he ain't.
Up next at the top of the course, we have somebody with absolutely no balance.
And he's going to take on the unbalanced beams? This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, Jill found out just how awesome.
Not that balanced.
Okay, Will, all right. What is your major skill?
Oh, John, no skill, no balance, approaching the unbalanced beams? I think I need a drum roll. Oh, that was everything I expected and more. Who is this guy?
Johnny, this is Will West. Comes from a rodeo family.
Well, with a name like Will West, duh. Oh, rodeo men are tough, John. Except when they're screaming like little rodeo women.
Wild Will West gonna taunt the balls.
Well, it's the bullfighter way.
Rodeo there, Parg.
I know.
And down he goes in less than 8 seconds.
Yeah, he fought the balls, and the balls won.
Yeehaw! So far, Johnny, this qualifier has been wilder than a rodeo show.
Yeah, it has been bucking our contestants.
They've been bounced and thrown,
Wrangled and mangled.
and you know, no rodeo is complete unless there's a rodeo clown.
Oh, clowns, man. Circus or rodeo, they scare me.
Don't be scared, Johnny. Let's go have some fun on the shake-a-late.
Ooh, that is some rough riding.
Let's go to Jill and find out who that is flopping around like a fish on a dock.
Okay, guys, I've got with me down here Kurumi Uchino, and I love this. What is all of this about?
Hello, I'm Sushi Mama, but inside I have like a spicy tuna roll.
Huh. Feel like something was lost in the translation.
What translation?
Now on the Shakelator, she's more like a crunchy, spicy tuna roll. Oh!
If the Shakelator didn't rub Sushi Mama raw, the Shapeshifter certainly's gonna.
Yeah, where I come from, we eat our sushi cooked, medium rare, and it's made out of a cow. Oh! Rocket bomb!
Car ready to fly!
Hey, Johnny, who's this flightless bird?
That is 24-year-old Russell Smith. Let's go to Jill for a scouting report.
Russell, what are you most proud of?
You know, I think one of the biggest accomplishments of my life was becoming an Eagle Scout.
Cool.
Once I achieved that, it was kind of ultimate, but now this is, you know, my next step.
You know, a bald eagle scout is an endangered species.
Love you, Mom!
Their motto is be prepared, so you should do really well on this one.
Ready to fly!
Oh, tough break.
Yeah.
But our unbalanced beams have been helping other contestants achieve flight jump.
Maybe 19-year-old gymnast Tamitha Ducher has a chance on the balance beam.
Actually, they're unbalanced.
You know, that wipeout would have hurt 83% more if she were a dude.
Well, here comes 41-year-old mailman Ken Wade. Maybe he can deliver.
Running his route on the right side, the left side, right side, left, air.
Well, he certainly has a talent for wiping out, and Jill found out about his other talents as well.
Can I hear you're a bit of a mimic?
Yeah, I'm kind of like a parrot, you know? You say something and I can try and get it back to you, same pitch, tone, all that good stuff.
Oh, really?
Try.
Hi, I'm Jill Wagner. Welcome to Wipeout. Hi, I'm Jill Wagner. Welcome to Wipeout. I like wearing pretty dresses and bows in my hair. I like wearing pretty dresses and bows in my hair. I'm sorry, but that is uncanny. It's like it was me. You could almost host the show.
Let's trade spots,
Good luck.
shall we?
Good luck. No, I'm leaving. Hi, I'm Jill Wagner. Back to you, Johns.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Bring back the pretty one, Ken.
I don't think Ken's gonna get any prettier over at the sucker punch. Oh,
Ken doing an uncanny impression of a lowercase t.
yeah, from getting punched in the face to shaking all over the place. Oh, geez. This is 24-year-old Peter Todd. He's had a little trouble at the end. Oh, slipped down. Nice recovery. Hey, he's set up to make that final jump.
He did it! Let's go to Jill and find out his secret.
Peter, now, what did you do to get in such good shape?
Recently got into this thing called tricking. It's a combination of mixed martial arts, freestyle gymnastics.
So it's called tricking.
Yeah.
Awesome! Let's see it, Jill. Whoa, that is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
To me, it looks like just a combination of kicking and kicking.
No way, I'm a believer. In fact, I'm gonna try it right now.
Johnny, don't, John. Johnny, no, John.
Sorry, my bad. I will pay for that.
All right, but first let me get you a replay here.
Ooh, our tricker takes it right in the bag of tricks.
But it looks like Peter has a good finishing kick, and he has a very competitive time, 3 minutes, 53 seconds.
That's a lot harder than it looks.
Tell me about it. Speaking of looks, what do we have here?
That's 24-year-old Viviana Landeros on her way to the Shakelator. And now she's taking on a whole new look.
Hi, Mom.
She has a mom?
Jill, no laughing. That outfit's gonna have major problems on the Shakelator.
Oh, this is really gonna test my sensor bar skills.
Oh, John, whatever happened to feminine modesty?
Seriously, we have gone from censored to totally inappropriate. Do you know how hard it is to censor a moving target like that, John? I need a break. I think I'm getting carpal tunnel.
Well, now's a good time, then. We'll take that break.
That was totally inappropriate. Does she not know this is a family show? The nerve!
Your concerns have been noted.
Can we see that in super slow-mo?
No.
What?
Welcome back to Wipeout, where the all-new qualifier is doing the job of trimming our full field of 24 down to 12.
You know, John, I was just sitting here thinking about how much I love Ballsy.
Ballsy?
You heard me, Ballsy. We spent a lot of time together over the winter break. Man, he is the best mascot. Speaking of mascots, it's called a Segway, Anderson. Look it up.
Gianni Wong down here with me. Welcome to Wipeout.
Thank you, Jill.
So you were a mascot and you were a cowboy?
Well, the mascot was actually this big head with a big cowboy hat on it, and it was white.
Can you do the cowboy dance for me? The mascot dance?
Goes, doop, 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 doop.
I didn't know there were actual people living inside of mascots. My whole world is unraveling.
And her universe is unraveling too.
Whoa! Unraveled right off the beam. Yeah, kid, we have video evidence. Roll it. You can see here the beam slipped right through Gianni's spirit finger.
Gianni at the sucker punch, where I'm sure she wishes she was still wearing that gigantic foam head.
Oh, Gianni gets a gigantic headbutt into the mud.
Oh my God.
Gianni Wong hesitating a bit there on her way to the big balls.
Hey, she who hesitates gets motivates.
No!
Ted. Boo.
Can't win them all, Johnny.
I bet I can win on the shake-a-lator. It's like a human pinball machine.
Oh.
No tilt. No tilt.
You are a pinball wizard, my friend.
Woo, free ball.
Oh.
I think I got the high score.
Let's see if Gianni Wong's got enough spirit left in her for the shapeshifter, John.
Oh, wow.
Gianni finishing with a time of 5 minutes, 17 seconds.
That's the spirit.
Want to get scalpel?
He wants a scalpel?
Yeah, well, I want to go horseback riding with Rosie O'Donnell, but you can't always get what you want.
What is this guy's deal, Jill?
I'm down here with Charlie Gray. Now, Charlie, what do you do?
I am actually a veterinary student, but then on the weekends.
Ah, see, that explains it.
Oh, he is an animal doctor.
Dr. Disco, I like that. So what is Dr. Disco gonna do to win the 50 grand?
I'm here to neuter the big balls.
Would you take medical advice from a man in a crushed velvet jumpsuit?
Actually, I have.
Oh, and that procedure was unsuccessful. The balls remain intact. Dr. Disco should have no problems getting his groove thing on here at the Shake-a-lator.
Holy Barry, give that had to hurt. See, he tried to be sly, but he took one of the family stone. Jill, who's next?
Well, all right, guys, I'm down here with
Clarisse.
Oh, Clarisse.
Ah, it's Hannibal Lecter.
Johnny, it's Jill.
Got a little surprise for you. Do you know what we're having for lunch today, Clarisse?
So maybe some fava beans?
With Chianti.
Oh, that is definitely Hannibal Lecter, John. And the sucker punch is making itself a woman's suit out of Clarisse right now.
No.
No, Clarisse, the lotion goes in the basket, not on your face.
And definitely not in the mud. As we leave Clarisse in the pit, let's check out Joy Gray. She's arriving here at the big balls.
Oh no.
Is she hesitating?
Sweet creamery butter she is.
Motivate! Oh, let's rewind that one.
Awesome. The motivator never stops giving, John. It's like the Santa Claus of hitting people. What's next?
How about some more big balls? Here comes Heidi Toller.
No, this isn't gonna be as good.
Come on, give Heidi a chance.
All right, let's get on with it.
Oh my gosh!
Great seasoned ghost!
Wait, mother! Zounds! Take a look at that in super slow-mo for the rest of the show.
Johnny, I need more Wipeout. And a latte.
Well, you're in luck because here comes 23-year-old barista Whitney McKee making her way to the Shake-a-lator.
Oh, our barista almost got split in half and half.
That was good to the last drop, Johnny. Our barista Whitney heading over to the shapeshifter now. Remember, she's got to swing through one of these shapes and land on the platform to stop the clock.
Yada, yada, yada. She is going for a drink, my friend.
Oh, it's grinding her. Can she hang on?
Oh, now that was a venti Wipeout.
Our barista hasn't been the only one to get roasted by the shapeshifter. Contestants have been whipped, pressed,
And blended. The best part of waking up is a Wipeout in your cup. Whoa, who's this big guy in a little coat?
That's our final contestant of the day, John.
My name is Michael Morris. I love you, John Anderson.
Somebody's got a man crush, and he has got a lot of love to give.
I have a very large fan base, John.
I'll say.
Wipeout.
Well, let's see if his love can help him beat the time of 4 minutes, 19 seconds to move on.
Yeah.
Oh, man crush! And he is on the rebound.
Are you sure, John? It's a pretty girly scream. Michael almost threw the sucker punch.
All he needs is gloves.
Oh, and he got it right in the chop.
Anderson, your broseph seems a little worn out. You want to use my megaphone to cheer him on?
Not sure that's gonna help.
Look, Ma, no hands.
More stamina.
John, you know, you're not doing much to nurture this man crush. Come on, Michael. Anderson says he thinks the Shakelator is your obstacle.
Oh, he just screamed like a little girl.
Make fun if you want, Jill, but Michael still has a shot to move on if he can just beat the time of 4:19.
Oh, my God.
And not pass out on the swing.
Michael Morris will not move on to the next round. So let's go to leaderboard and see who is.
Moving on, we have the Barista Whitney McKee, Wild Will West, and Russell the Bald Eagle Scout Smith.
We also have Coach Michael Ewing, Tricker Peter Ton, and Charlie Dr. Disco Gray. Welcome back to Wipeout. We put the qualifier and 12 contestants behind us, 12 more ready to push forward.
Among our remaining contestants, we have Barista Whitney McKee, the Bald Eagle Scout Russell Smith, and gymnast Tamitha Ducher.
We also have Tricker Peter Ton, Charlie Dr. Disco Gray, and the Mimic, Ken Wade.
Yeah, you know, I'm a pretty good mimic myself.
Oh yeah, really? Let's see it.
Really? Let's see it. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was the worst impression of me ever.
That was the worst impression of me ever. Oh, I am killing.
Please, stop.
Please.
Don't. Speaking of impressions, our next obstacle bound to leave an impression on our contestants. It's the double cross.
Tell them how it works, sister.
Our 12 contestants stand on a 10-foot-high starting platform as 4 planks move in a circular motion. Contestants must jump onto one of the green planks to begin, then use the one red plank to get to the finish platform on the opposite side. Working against them, 4 sweeper arms swinging around in the opposite direction. Those who wipe out will have to get back up and start the whole thing all over. It is one big heat. First 6 to make it across, move on to the next round.
Oh, and by the way, don't forget, the landing platform might just fall out from under them.
Ooh, that's sneaky. I like it.
That's sneaky. I like it. And this week, we have a very special guest, straight out of Fat Camp. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you...
Hello.
The Wrecking Ball.
Oh my God.
Hey, it wasn't a fat camp. It was a weight loss spa.
Just jump on the ball and swing over. That's your strategy.
That's a good idea.
What do I look like? A cute cuddly tire swing? You ain't gonna neuter me, Dr. Disco. Let's boogie!
And the double cross is underway.
I love this stunt, John. It's one of the hardest things we've ever had. The contestants try so hard, fall so much. Whoa! Wait a minute. Did Ken the Mimic just make it?
That's amazing. Look, it took like 4 seconds.
I stand corrected. He just shoots right across. I guess this is going to be easy, but I got to say, I am nothing but disappointed. Wow! I spoke too soon. Look at this. It's dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
They're not even overreacting this time. They're like ants on an anthill. Bodies just flailing everywhere.
I feel so vindicated.
Well, in the midst of the chaos, Michael, our football coach, tries to make a break for it on the wrong plank. He's holding on, now on the red. No! Level.
Russell, the Bald Eagle Scout, has finally left the nest, and he shoves the wrecking ball.
Oh, no, you didn't.
The Bald Eagle Scout treating the wrecking ball like a 90-pound weakling.
Hey, Recky, what's up with the weight loss?
Oh, you know, I did it for the ladies.
The ball hit me.
Okay, the wrecking ball is still using third-grade seduction tactics.
Our gymnast Tamitha makes her way across. Oh!
One more time, Anderson. Oh, it's a triple Lindy.
That's impressive, but sadly, no points here for artistry.
This is crazy.
This coming from a guy who wears platforms in sequins.
Dr. Disco shaking off, and the football coach tackling a sweeper arm. Holding on. No! Water break for him.
Totally inappropriate. Viviana's knocked off the pole, and Whitney's up. Hasta barista.
You're fired.
You're not the boss of me.
All right, coach, you gotta warn me next time.
I ain't telling you nothing.
Way to encourage good teamwork, coach.
Our football coach on his way, and he's made it to midfield.
Bald Eagle Scout heading to the middle, and good thing they're wearing helmets.
Some gal we've never mentioned is on, hit by that arm, but manages to hold on. Russell, the Bald Eagle Scout, makes it to the landing platform, almost gets stumped, but earns his persistence badge and claims that second spot.
That kid's forever!
And he makes a case for his childhood obesity badge. Coach Michael is up, and...
Late hit. Let's see it again. The football coach, a lot of heart.
Yeah, but the platform is heartless.
We still have 4 spots open, and that same gal just hanging on the sweeper arm for dear life.
I'm scared.
We're all scared. Let's hold each other.
The wrecking ball whips Whitney the barista, and our chick Alexandra looks like she's ready to go for that red plank. Oh! And she goes for it with her chin. Dr. Disco's off like a polyester blazer and makes it to the middle, and BG's! He hangs on, and he is walking on KC and the Sunshine Band.
That's half the spots filled now and 3 left.
Smooth.
Wild Will West gallops to the middle. He's trotting down that red plank, saddles up to the finish platform, and he's... Oh! He done been throwed.
Whitney, the barista's on, avoids a whackachino from the sweeper and has made it to the middle. She's off down that red plank, but she leaves way early.
Avoids Recce, up over a second bar. This is nimbly done. Barista's the Employee of the Month.
That is how you do it, Whitney!
That's the stuff, baby. That's the stuff.
Whitney claims the 4th spot, joins Dr. Disco, Russell the Bald Eagle Scout, and Ken the Mimic.
Oh, mean.
Tough love, baby. Tough love.
Gymnast is on, and Wild Will West is going for one of those final 2 spots. Tricker Peter proving 3's not a crowd on the double cross.
Will going for that landing platform again. Oh, fires a little long this time.
Show me that one more time, please.
First time he was short, this time too far.
Yeah, this might be his first rodeo.
That leaves Coach Michael and Tricker Peter in the middle. What is Peter doing?
A new trick. Certainly hope he's going to kick his legs, John. It's the only thing that can make this trick cooler. Is he high-fiving other contestants?
He is, John.
This guy is the coolest. He's got great karma coming his way. Oh! Talk about dirty tricks, John. I've got to see that again.
The double cross fooled our Tricker, but he did kick his legs on the way down.
Yeah, more of a twitch, really, but he's still awesome.
Still have those 2 spots open, and Coach Michael's taking a timeout.
Remember, Coach, I'll make you do wind sprints.
Can't believe the wrecking ball is just going to take that.
He strong-armed me.
Wild Will West once again in the middle. He's joined by Motivated Joy right behind him, but Coach Michael is off to that finish and yes, score!
You got to respect the coach, and that leaves us with just 1 spot left. Totally inappropriate making another salacious move, and there is just nothing appropriate about that.
But she cleans up her act and headed down that red plank.
Oh!
And Motivated Joy right behind her.
Ow! Prove to me that that just happened.
Oh,
Yep, she needs herself in the face.
we only have 1 spot left, and our gymnast wants it. But can Wild Will West take it from her? Man's had no luck with this landing platform so far. Too short, too far, needs better aim.
This time it's a bullseye, and he makes it to that finish spot.
Finally!
So Wild Will West grabs the 6th and final spot. He'll be moving on along with Ken the Mimic Wade, the Bald Eagle Scout Russell Smith, Dr. Disco Charlie Gray, Whitney the Barista McKee, and Coach Michael Ewing.
Welcome back to Wipeout, where we have a lot more fun than our contestants.
Yes, the dastardly double cross eliminated another half dozen of those contestants, so we're down to the final 6. See how easy the math is?
It's easy for you to say, I don't test well.
Let's look at the leaderboard, shall we? We have Wild Will West, the Mimic Ken Wade, Russell the Bald Eagle Scout Smith, Dr. Disco Charlie Gray, Whitney the Barista McKee, and Coach Michael Ewing. 4 of these 6 are going to move on to the Wipeout Zone and get a shot at 50 grand.
And John, if they're going to show up at the Wipeout Zone, we want to make sure they are squeaky clean. So in order to get there, they must first tackle the car wash.
Our 6 contestants must stay on this rotating spinner as long as possible, and they have to jump over this giant bristled brush every time it comes around. Go underneath the brush, you're out.
And don't forget, the lucky contestant who grabs the brass ring goes home with a $1,000 bonus.
We will play 4 rounds. The last man or woman standing. At the end of each round, we'll move on to the Wipeout Zone. So, Johnny, let us commence the washing and the brushing.
There we go, guys.
The contestants are on the conveyor and ready for the full service.
Hey, can I start the round by activating the big bristle brush?
Yeah, but go easy at first.
Don't worry, I'm a professional.
Oh, my!
What, too fast?
Even on the express wash, you took out 2 right off the bat.
The Mimic was trying to mimic Bertie Madoff and got busted for greed. And Will West got sucked right into his scheme. Here comes the arm again. Oh,
Goodness! There you go, Coach. He scored $1,000.
yeah, which he'll be using on a chiropractor.
3 contestants left. Was that a chamois?
Yeah, John, no car wash would be complete without arming our Wipeout washers with an enormous sponge.
Dr. Disco hit, but the eagle has landed on Wild Will.
What is he still doing in here? It felt like 10 minutes ago.
Dr. Disco and the Barista left. 1 spot in the Wipeout Zone and lots of giant water-soaked sponges. Oh! The Barista is down and out. That means Dr. Disco is the first to park his car in the Wipeout Zone.
Wow, guys, I think that was the fastest round ever.
Well, Jill, I can make it go a whole lot faster.
Now, John, we've gone over the rules here.
Wax on. Wax off.
The coach explaining the basic principles of car washing using the teachings of Mr. Miyagi.
Well, round 2 is about to begin as our giant brush tries to sweep the leg, Johnny!
Oh, and they all fall down. And the Mimic first out again.
Yeah, too bad he can't imitate athletic ability.
Wild Will getting one. No, two giant sponges. But it's the Barista who's down and in the drink.
The Barista showing Wild Will her rodeo skills.
Yeehaw! And those chamois continue to fly.
Yeah, I'm sure these three are just happy it's not a heavy.
Sponge! The coach takes one for the team, but Wild Will is down. Can he buck up and stay on? No, he's done.
It's a contest now between the football coach and the bald eagle scout. Will it be the guy who gives the team inspiration or the guy who gives the team water and orange slices?
John, those enormous sponges doing tons of damage. Oh, that chamois to the face didn't help either.
Oh, but he shakes it off. You know, he's used to having stuff thrown at him.
Oh, the coach blinded by a chamois, tackled by that brush, and he's dropped for a loss of 10.
And a loss of pride when his players find out he got beaten by an Eagle Scout.
Take that, everybody. Made it to the final wipeout zone. What's up?
Car wash.
So far, it's a hair club for men wipeout zone.
Oh, yeah. All right, back to you guys. We're getting nasty down here.
Time for round 3. We've got Ken the Mimic.
Mimic, not a pirate, John.
My bad. Wild Will, Coach Michael Ewing, and the Barista.
And they're off.
Wild Will slips, and of course the Mimic follows. But John, check it out. We've upgraded the car wash to deluxe. Now we have soap.
Sudsy. That's gonna make it a little harder to see that giant sweeping brush.
Oh, and the Mimic is first out again, leaving a soapy mayhem behind for Wild Will West, the Barista, and the Coach.
John, they're definitely not seeing the giant sponges coming from above or below.
Wild Will is buckled. He's going to be out, followed by... I don't even know who that was.
Well, let's look at it again then. Wild Will wiped down first. The Barista next to get waxed off. And the Coach is the last to hit the water, meaning he'll be the third contestant in the wipeout zone.
You know, now seeing this, wow, I'm surprised I got this far.
I know, right? I mean, no.
All right, we've rinsed. Let's repeat. Our final round's begun. Only one spot left in the wipeout zone.
Ken the Mimic looking to avoid being the first one out by mimicking a man covered in bees.
And look, here comes the most demonic chamois in the world.
Yeah, John, it's 30 absorbent strips of destruction.
There goes the Barista, the evil chamois, just too much for her.
The Mimic and Wild Will are on the bubble and covered in bubble. Whoever can withstand the car wash will be headed to the wipeout zone.
Ken the Mimic once again doing his dork mimic.
Yeah, I think he's giving himself a hand wash.
Oh, wow, Ken the Mimic's down. Makes an amazing recovery. Can he stay up for one more jump?
No! And the curtain closes on Ken the Mimic's final performance.
And it's Will going to the wipeout zone.
Yeah! And that is how the Will West won.
So he'll be moving on along with Charlie Dr. Disco Gray, Russell the Bald Eagle Scout Smith, and Coach Michael Ewing.
Welcome back to Wipeout. It is money time.
That's right. 24 show up in the morning, but only 4 can make it to the grand finale. I'm talking, of course, about the Wipeout Zone.
The Wipeout Zone is made up of 4 stages. It begins here at the Dreadmill launch, where contestants drop and bounce 40 feet into bone-chilling water.
Then it's a short swim over to the Gut Buster, 6 hydraulic blocks intent on busting guts.
After enduring that pounding, our contestants move on to the Sinistairs, climb to the top of a spinning spiral staircase of trouble without being taken down by 2 ruthless sweeper arms.
Finally, our competitors will have to make their way through the gauntlet.
Crankshaft winds it up, it's followed by the intimidating Blades of Fury, and then the treacherous Beater Totter. From there, one slippery leap to the finish platform.
4 contestants remain, and the one with the best time goes home with $50,000.
Let's go to Jill on the sidelines. She's there with our first contestant.
All right, I've got Will West down here with me. You are inches away from $50,000. How does that feel?
Feels pretty good.
Get out there and ride him, cowboy. Good
Shoot,
luck.
let's see how Will got here.
Get, little doggy.
Wild Will West held on and posted a phenomenal time on the qualifier. He was the last to make it on the double cross and at the car walk, barely lassoing himself a spot in the wipeout zone.
Our first contestant to take on the zone, Wild Will West. The launch sequence is initiated. The countdown begins. The Dreadmill is armed. Open that chute and turn Will loose.
And we have liftoff.
Looks like you got a nice bounce there, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, nice bounce and good entry, bringing him that much closer to the first obstacle, the Gut Buster.
Wild Will West now onto those Gut Busters.
6 hydraulic blocks of piston-pumping terror moving at random intervals.
leap from block to block must be timed perfectly so you don't...
So you don't get knocked around and dropped into the frigid water below.
While Will swims back, we'll look back at what happened.
Wow, maybe they ought to call this a face buster.
Will West making his second go-round now on the gut buster. Not taking it easy here, moving purposely onto that second, now the third. Oh, the doggy punching back.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier, John.
Seems to be having a hard time getting his balance. Look at that. That was brilliant. You let gravity do the work for you.
Yeah, one final leap onto the platform, and he'll be on to our next obstacle, the Sinistairs.
A well-executed jump there, and now he's onto that spinning spiral staircase with two sweeper arms. He's going to try to knock him off.
Oh, man! He goes down hard.
I'm in favor of a replay. A small slip, he gets caught between the first and second step, and the sweeper arm lays him out.
But Wild Will is a tough guy, Johnny. He comes right back for more.
Quickly up the first two stairs. Needs to watch out for those sweeper arms, nearly to the top.
It's that pioneer spirit, Johnny. Just wants to stake his claim to the prize money. Making pretty good time here. We're almost at the 5-minute mark. Wild Will West now onto the final part of the zone, the gauntlet.
Goes for it. Oh, my! A huge hit sends him flipping into the water. We're going to hit the rewind button on that one.
The crankshaft just tossing him into the air, and that's why I come here, people. It's like a bull tossing a rodeo clown.
That swim and climb back up, a setback to his time, starting his second pass. Seems to have mastered that crankshaft pattern now.
Oh, almost loses it, barely holds on.
Now onto the Blades of Fury. Oh! And it's going to require another try. Wild Will is all wet.
Don't underestimate the Blades of Fury. You will live to regret it.
Seconds and minutes continuing to pile up. Those swims are awfully costly. He is back now at the crankshaft.
Yeah, seems like he's figured it out this time. Now he has to return to the scene of the crime, the Blades of Fury.
Clear here now.
Can Will West tame the beater top?
An aggressive first move, bolting across. He's made it to the finish platform.
A tough run, but he held it together and finished with a time of 12 minutes, 50 seconds. But will that be enough to stand up to the time of this man, Michael Ewing?
Coach Michael Ewing's fancy footwork kept him spiraling in the qualifier. But good execution on the double cross and the car wash moved his squad within striking distance of the $50,000. All right, can Coach Michael beat the time set by Wild Will West? The launch sequence loaded in, and here we go.
Coach Michael flailing his arms and makes an awkward entry into the water. That's not the way you want to enter the zone.
Johnny had a lot of speed coming down the chute, but I think all that flailing worked against him, really stalled his momentum. Coach Michael now onto the second obstacle. Those are the gut busters.
Yeah, not as fast out of the gate as Wild Will West, but there's still plenty of time.
Trying to stay low here, just like he teaches the players. Third gut buster.
Johnny, he's getting tossed around like a red shirt freshman.
Those are slippery blocks, John. He's managed to keep his footing so far, passing the midway point, and then flops onto that fifth block.
Almost slides off sideways, but he's on the last block, and he's across the gut buster.
Coach showing a lot of intestinal fortitude as he heads on to the next obstacle, the Sinistairs. Coach Michael working on a game plan. Oh, look at that. He jumps for the second step, but a little too ambitious.
Yeah, you gotta love his can-do attitude, but he's got to avoid mistakes like that if he wants to beat Will West time.
That'll make it second down on the Sinistairs.
Oh, and again he jumps for the second step, makes it this time, keeping an eye out for the sweeper arms.
We're almost 6 minutes in now. He's keeping things very competitive.
Ooh, takes a shot from the sweeper arm, but manages to stay on, and he climbs his way to the top.
Standing 2 stories up, it's just a short hop to that platform, then onto the gauntlet.
And the wipeout zone really taking its toll on the coach. He's not even getting to his feet as he makes his way over to the crankshaft.
Coach closing in now on 6.5 minutes. Got a good shot to better Will West's time. Michael expressing a little frustration there. Can't overpower the crankshaft, Johnny. Timing's everything.
Oh, no. Leaping is never a good idea. Johnny got nailed like a receiver coming across the middle.
Listen to his dismay as he is tossed aside.
Yeah, it may have cost him some time, but at least he got in another one of his patented spiral wipeouts.
Time ticking away. He has about 3 minutes left to go.
Oh! Perfectly wrong. He is back into the water again.
The crankshaft just taking the coach for a ride and drills him back into the water.
Wow, the brutal wipeouts are really costly.
Less than a minute on the clock. Michael having a hard time getting back up now for a third shot on the crankshaft.
There he goes. Seems to be timing it correctly.
30 seconds left for Michael. Now it's the Blades of Fury.
Come on, you're killing me, guys. We can slow it down.
We're not kidding you, and we're not slowing it down.
Johnny, this is crunch time. Michael has about 20 seconds if he wants that money. Wild Will made it through the beater totter in a flash. If Coach does the same, he will be our leader.
Michael's got to give it his all if he wants that money. Oh, but the coach is down.
Unbelievable. So close to victory, and he just loses his grip on that last obstacle.
The horn has sounded, and that means Michael's day is done.
Well, that is 2 down, 2 left to go as Wild Will West holds down the leader's position. Welcome back. We are halfway through the wipeout zone. 2 have already gone through the course, which means we will shortly crown a winner.
That's right, but we still have 2 contestants left to compete. They're ready to take on our current leader, Wild Will West.
The first to challenge is Charlie Dr. Disco Gray. Let's see how he oogie to the zone. John, that's not Dr. Disco.
I know, but it was awesome. All right, back to Charlie Gray, who showed off some smooth moves on the qualifier. He could have used some painkillers on the double cross, but after a first-place finish in the car wash, he hustled his way into the wipeout zone.
At the top of the wipeout zone, can Dr. Disco beat the time of 12:50 set by Will West? There's only one way to find out, and it's 40 feet down from there.
Whoa, look at that distance. That is a tape measure shot.
He takes a mighty leap out of the Dreadmill launch and catches some serious air. Charlie immediately onto the second obstacle, the Gutbusters.
And he is hustling across those blocks, John.
Very slippery, one wrong step, and you are back in the water. Already onto the highest block. Now the descent onto the final 2. Getting the better of the Gutbuster. Makes it across.
Oh, what a night for Dr. Disco. He is just cruising through this course.
Dr. Disco does a bit of the electric slide on his way to the Cinestairs.
And these spiral staircases of doom have already taken their toll on our contestants tonight.
Right up onto that first step. Makes the second with ease. Crawling up to the third. Gotta watch out for that sweeper arm, Johnny.
So far, his pace is way ahead of our first 2 contestants.
Wow, and he is up to the top already. Charlie, the only person today not to wipe out on this obstacle. 2 minutes in, Dr. Disco clean through our course and at the gauntlet. Way to hustle.
He better have saved up some energy because this just might be the hardest part.
But I think we might be looking at a perfect run here. The crankshaft, no problem. Now the Blades of Fury, and he strolls through those as well.
He's got the wings of heaven on his shoes. He's a dancing man. He just can't lose, John.
Finally, it's the beater totter, and if he owns this one...
Oh, the doctor is out.
Bummer. This is the first wipeout for Dr. Disco, a blemish on an otherwise perfect run through the wipeout zone. Dr. Disco timed this perfectly once, so shouldn't be a problem the second time.
One step, and he is down. Take another look.
Dr. Disco taken for a ride on the crankshaft. You know, I thought he had a beat on this obstacle the first time. Maybe it was just luck.
Could the wheels be falling off his seemingly perfect run with 2 wipeouts in a row?
Despite the spills, he still has more than 6 minutes to complete the gauntlet, repeating his performance from the first time through the crankshaft. At the Blades of Fury, easily through both sets of those. Now the beater totter. This gave him trouble the first time, Johnny.
He's got a good time cushion here.
Holding on the best he can.
The beater totter handing out a beating and doing its best to throw him in the water.
And he is lucky with a time of 6 minutes, 54 seconds.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Better question, can Dr. Disco's time survive a challenge from this guy?
Car ready to fly!
Russell the Bald Eagle Scout Smith earned his qualifier badge with an outstanding run. After a second-place finish on the double cross and the car wash, he's ready to scout master the wipeout zone. The time to beat, 6 minutes, 54 seconds, set by Dr. Disco. Time to see if the Bald Eagle Scout can take home the 50 grand. And here we go.
Oh, and a huge launch. That is how it's done. He practically put himself on top of the Gutbusters. Take another look.
A spectacular flight really launches into the air, flying like an eagle towards the Gutbusters. Russell attacking our 6 blocks right away. He's actually ahead of Dr. Disco's time, but he's still going to need a nearly perfect run to stay on that pace.
Having a little trouble there, bouncing up and down. On top of the block still, struggling.
Ah, that's not feeling good.
It's not supposed to feel good. Oh, he's going down! Saving it, though. Caught in the crack, John, and able to right himself.
And now he's on to the next obstacle.
That was close.
Minute and 26 seconds, still ahead of the pace set by Dr. Disco, but he decides to sit down. That's not a time-saving strategy.
Now onto the Cinestairs, and remember, Dr. Disco was perfect moving up these stairs, so Russell needs to match.
He's climbing his way up. Charlie, Dr. Disco looking on intently, and this looks like work for Russell.
Oh, the sweeper arm got him. Watch again as the sweeper arm gives him just enough of a shove to send him down the stairs like a human slinky.
Russell set for another attempt on the Cinestairs. 5 minutes, 50 seconds in. The most expensive minute of his life is ahead of him.
He's making his way up the Cinestairs now, already at the top. Now he has to make the leap onto the platform.
Well done there. The clock, though, still ticking. Can he beat Dr. Disco? Russell really needing to dig deep here.
Yeah, he is looking extremely tired, Johnny, but he's got no quit in him. This guy's got a lot of fight left, but he's going to have to be perfect from here on out if he wants to take home the cash.
Now at the Blades of Fury.
Oh, no, he's down. A huge hit, Johnny. A game-ending hit.
Yep, Russell nailed by that blade, and that means his day is done. He needed a perfect run, and he comes up just shy.
Thank you.
You won $50,000.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Get right down. Come on, do it with me now. Just come on, do it. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Congratulations, Dr. Disco.
Thank you so much.
Woo!
Well, that's going to do it for us here on Wipe. I have this in my locker. What are the odds, huh? Be sure to tune in next week when we have 24 new contestants, a whole lot of new obstacles, and, of course, lots more Wipeout. Until then, I'm John Anderson.
And for our colleague Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big disco balls.